Ugly Dog Books held a book signing event with Sean Stellato, author of his new book, No Backing Down, a story about the 1994 Salem High School football season. He brought a special guest to the event, current New England Patriots running back, Jonas Gray. Mr. Stellato spoke with us about why he wrote the book.
Hi, my name is Kim Ward-Storch. I'm the owner at Ugly Dog Books. I'm here for the book signing event with Sean Stellato. He wrote No Backing Down, and he is bringing a special guest, Patriot player Jonas Gray.
Born and raised in Salem, Massachusetts. You know, why I wrote this story is I was the quarterback of the Salem High School football team for the 1994 season. And growing up on, feel-good stories, I felt that being privy firsthand, experience it, and intuitively always knew it was a great story because it was true. I felt that, me being the quarterback was my obligation to write the story. And it was very, very therapeutic to be able to write. And I'll challenge any football story ever written to have characters this colorful. And I definitely feel that there's so many parallels through this story. From the diverse characters to the legendary coach, to the backdrop being in Salem, Mass, Halloween, to a major teacher strike, and then to carve in there and throw additionally politics and miraculous victories. So it's a concoction of feel good, but I really think if you look at the story, I would say it's more than a sports story. It's a human triumph story.
Hi, my name is Jonas Gray from the New England Patriots, the Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. And I'm here today at Ugly Dog Books. My agent, Sean Stellato, wrote a book called No Backing Down. And it's pretty much a real-life Friday Night Lights story. Some of the positives that you can get out of this book is building relationships, kind of growing together. When you ever think about a team, especially in high school, those are kind of the guys you grow up with. When you're getting into adulthood, those are some of your best friends, and you guys go through a lot together. And I think when you read the story and you go through all the stuff with the teacher strike, and then the position that the head coach is put in, should he become a part of the teacher strike, or should he go ahead and play the game as the head coach? It just talks about the relationship that you build through sports and how you really care about one another.
It means the world Jonas Gray came out to support me. I look at Jonas as much more than a client, part of my family. And I think it sums it up what he wrote on the game jersey he gave me for my office. You're more like a brother than an agent. And that really hit home. Amazing kid. A lot of these football players, as I emphasized, fans do not see the human element behind the player. Jonas Gray has, it all. He's the total package. And, if you look at Jonas's journey, 13 months ago, he's on a practice squad with the Ravens to going from front cover at Sports Illustrated, world champion, Super Bowl ring, key to his city, and he's doing so much charitable work and inspiring so many lives. And I think we kind of share a similar heartbeat with regards to giving back, with regards to being a positive influence on the next generation of athletes that are coming up, that, hey, you can go undrafted, you can get injured, you can face obstacles and trials and tribulations, but it's really not using that as a crutch and using that as a source of motivation to take your life to another level.
He has a unique perspective on things, being an agent and also being a former athlete. I think that him personally being an athlete and what he's gone through in his life, he's had a lot of ups and downs, but like his book title says, no matter what, he didn't back down from it. And I think that one thing that's cool about our relationship is that Sean, in a lot of ways, he has the same mindset as a professional athlete. That what he's doing, he wants to be the best at it. And whenever I go out and do something, I want to make sure I'm the best at it. And I think he has the same type of mindset. And I think about the times that I have been kind of knocked down. My mom always used to tell me one piece of advice she used to always tell me is that my plan A is my plan A. And no matter what goes on, no matter what I go through, that plan is still attainable. That goal that I have for myself, and to never give up. So that was great advice. To paint a picture, I would probably say it's definitely a family-type atmosphere. The guys really enjoy being around each other. We all put in a lot of work before and after hours. And I think the mentality always starts with Bill, really. Mentality is week by week. No matter what went on the week before, we take every game with the same type of importance. And I think the mantra that we had this season, do your job, was pretty big because guys, at a lot of times, you had to just accept your role. Even if your role wasn't playing as big of a role that you wanted to play in, that was your role for that week or that day. And I think guys accepted that. And I think that really is the Patriots way.
You're looking at the negativity that the game of football has received this year, from the concussions to the domestic violence to child abuse. And I think this highlights why football is so important, why sports play such a integral part in the high school learning experience. And I think Mike Eruzione really summed that up. And if you look at who else has endorsed the book, Mike Dicker, Adam Schefter, Rudy, Mark Bavaro, Evander Holyfield, Mike Lynch, all household names, all people with credibility that have never backed down in their journey and have really done great for their sports. I've done over 60 book signings and speaking engagements all over the country, so I feel fulfilled being able to go to high schools, middle schools, and be able to talk and interact, colleges, with all walks of life, and people that have maybe had a dose of this in another area of their life, where they have never backed down. So to book me for a speaking engagement, you can email Sean at SeanStellato.com or Todd at mascotbooks.com. I think one of the greatest things about life is that the element of surprise. And I try to, whether it's my relationship with my wife and my family, to my clients, I believe that's kind of makes your heart beat a little harder. And I've had to honestly climb a glass mountain barefooted to get to this point in my journey. And I would definitely say that America needs feel-good stories like this to be seen and shown.
We do a lot of author events, book signings. The authors will tend to come in and they talk about their book. I try to choose many different authors with, any range of genre, from kids writing, young adult, to adult books, sports writing. I pretty much will, if an author wants to come and speak here at the Ugly Dog Bookstore, I welcome them. I've had really great turnouts for a lot of my events, and tonight is especially good. You can go on Ugly Dog Facebook page, or you can go on Ugly Dog, www.uglydogbooks.com. I have a great author event coming up April 28th with author Roland Morello. He is going to be doing a writing workshop.